What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Town. We are on episode 35, and yes, I know it has been quite a lengthy amount of time since I have uploaded a video on this channel or my LSPDFR channel. I have been super busy with life, so I just don't get as much opportunity to get videos uploaded like I have been in the past, but I will get videos uploaded when I'm able to. There will still be content on both of my channels. I just don't have a schedule like some people do on when videos will be uploaded and things like that. I'm just going to be able to, at this time, make content to put on these channels whenever I'm available to do so. So there'll still be content, so bear with me on that. Let's go ahead here. Can't remember everything exactly that I did to this truck here, but I did make some changes to it. We're going to go check on our crop. We are in July. Trees that have grown up around the property, and I guess the big announcement for this episode is the town has been completed, finally, so you'll probably see some of it here over the treetops. In the distance there. So I will show you and give you a tour here shortly. So this is our oats growing. Hopefully we'll be ready to harvest in the next month or so. Not a whole lot of changes with my equipment, excuse me, but the town is definitely, you'll see, sprung to life. So with that being said, I'm just going to give you a nice quiet tour of the town. You'll hear all the wonderful sounds of this small town. And hopefully you'll all like the changes. I did do some changes to this road, as you'll see. So I'm just going to go ahead and just let the game sounds filtrate through your microphone headphones into your earbuds, ear canals, and hopefully you enjoy what you see. And there'll still be several episodes probably after this one before we come to a close on this series. I want to get the crops harvested and sell them off and whatnot. Play around with a newly built town a little bit. And this series will come to a close, and then I will just be focusing on my other series that I have going on to Alaska. Concentrate on that one. I haven't gone to FS25 yet. I do own it. I want to. I'm still enjoying FS22. Eventually, I'll make content for FS25. I just enjoy the mods that FS22 has out and whatnot. Eventually I'll switch over to making content in FS25 once I get done doing what I want to with FS22. So enough with all that, me jabbering on. Let's go ahead and take a tour of the town. All right, that pretty much sums up the town. I hope you all enjoyed what you saw. It definitely took me a while to put together, especially where I already have a lack of time putting into this. I didn't use Giant's editor a whole lot. I used it a little bit to remove some things, but pretty much everything else is just done with the in-game editor, and as well as placeables. So I came back over here because I noticed I overlooked something. So if you can see this area in front of me that goes right across the railroad crossing, I brought the dirt off-road trail all the way here, and I didn't leave any real place for the railroad workers to more or less go from this side of the tracks to that side of the tracks, besides going into the dirt trail and crossing across the grass. And if you didn't happen to catch what it looked like before, you can just rewind the video to towards the beginning or wherever it was that I showed this section earlier, and you'll see what I mean. So I widened it out, made the kind of the parking or the yard, whatever, bigger, so that when they cross over here, they have plenty of space to come over to this side of the tracks and whatnot. But yeah, the next episode was going to be more drone aerial view of a tour of the towns, with drone type of view, aerial view. I'll talk throughout that, explaining some things as we go along, and then I'll give you a night view and tour of the town with all the lights and everything. So yeah, there's that. Probably a good 3 or 4 more episodes. We'll do that. Next episode is with an aerial view and a night view, me kind of explaining a few things of what I've done and changed, and then we'll get to harvesting the crops. Hopefully they'll be ready by then, and then just kind of play a few episodes with the town after, with the town being built and whatnot, and then we'll close the episode down, bring it to an end. And obviously it's July right now. The last episode I think was in March, so unrealistically this town wouldn't have been built in just a few months, several months or whatever. But I wanted to speed it up a little so this series didn't go on and on forever. I do want it to have an end and go on and finish up the next series and go on from there. I still haven't, I did say at one point I wasn't going to go back and finish some of the series that I, New Beginnings and Elm Creek, and there's whatever, Timberland. There's about 3 series I never really finished, and I don't know. I deleted all those maps or saved games, so I'd have to rebuild all of those. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, or just move forward and get through these series and eventually get onto FS25 content. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a great big thumbs up, share it, push all the buttons except for the dislike button. Don't hit the dislike button. Well, hit it if you want, if you didn't like the video, be honest. But anyway, hit those buttons, and thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.